Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Cork in the North podcast. So, first of all, our new live show, the 4th of June. Tickets are on sale to the patrons, first of all, at a massively reduced rate. And then they will be going on public. So, Sunday, the 4th of June at the Duncairn Arts Centre in Belfast. We're doing it at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Doors will be open at 2 o'clock. And it's Sunday afternoon coffee and cake with a podcast and a bit of comedy. That's all it is. No, you can bring your own booze if you want, but it's very much a very chilled vibe on a Sunday. So please check out the link for the tickets when it goes up on the Instagrams and whatever other platforms you do to check out whatever you're checking out. It'll be on YouTube and everything, so don't worry. Please do sign up to the Patreon. That would be great. £1 extra for each episode, 3 episodes a month. We kind of sometimes drop them in a batch. And that's very important that if you can sign up to that Patreon and stuff like that, that would be great. This week, ladies and gentlemen, we have Emman Idama. He's a stand-up comedian from Dublin, originally born in Nigeria. He's a great guy, really, really funny lad. And he's working his way up in the comedy world and he's doing great things. And when I found out that he was coming up to perform at the Empire, I was like, oh, I must get Idama on. You know, he's a great guy and stuff like that. Now, when we started the actual podcast, I obviously wasn't aware of some of the subject topics that he was going to bring up. He did say before the podcast that he was very comfortable talking about his life and his childhood. So he just talked about it and stuff. And I wasn't, I was very shocked by the difficult life that he's had. And you will, hear about all of this in the podcast. So I just wanted to make you aware that some of the content and stuff like that is very different than what we normally have and very difficult to hear and very challenging. But I think it's very important for his story to be heard. So I hope you listen to it and you take something from it. After the podcast, obviously, we did check with him that did he want everything kept in the podcast, because obviously you will be able to see, he does get upset during the podcast. So he has said that he wanted everything to be kept in, and we have done that and we've kept everything in for this podcast. So a very different podcast, very interesting, and I hope you get something out of it, and a very important story for him to tell as well. So here is the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Cork in the North. Thanks for tuning in. This week we've had a busy week or so. Been gigging, I have had time off, I've been back playing golf. Joe Biden has come to Belfast, he's in Ireland. And we have a new first-time guest on the podcast joining me this week, stand-up comedian from Nigeria/Dublin.
Dublin, mate. Just say
Dublin.
Yeah,
you came over. What age were you when you came over?
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
So, you're like...
Okay, you're from Dublin then. Whatever. But all right, so we've got Emman Idama.
You practiced this before you came on.
Can we restart this?
No, don't restart. No, we don't restart. No.
I'm not very good because you said to me before the podcast started, I am the whitest man you know.
Yeah, you are. You're the whitest
man. So there is
a
good chance I'm going to get that name wrong. Man, how are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
Oh, it's great to see you, and thanks so much. You are in Belfast performing at the Empire Comedy Club, a place that you do quite regularly.
Yes, now I'm doing it regularly. Because like now, because now that I've gotten good, like I'm in there regularly.
Yeah, Belfast people like
back then. I used to get fuck off you, your shit. And they literally used to go on Twitter and comment and tag me like the black fella, terrible, horrible, and I was like, Jesus
Are you
Christ.
sure that wasn't Dublin?
No, Belfast. They were in there demolishing me, but now it's changed, so I'm happy.
Okay, well, it's great, man, because we've gigged together before.
Yes, we have.
And we've gigged together many times, because you're a very good stand-up comedian, and one thing I always like about you is, man, is that you have great work ethic.
Oh, thank you.
And I see you on your Instagram, you're going to London, and you're doing your open spots, you're obviously going there, you're losing money when you go over, you're sleeping in a hostel, all this kind of stuff. But that's the kind of process that comics have to go through, don't they? To get into places and do things, and you got to put the hard yards in. So I've always been impressed with your work ethic and stuff like that. You came to Ireland from Nigeria when you were 7.
Yes, 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Who did you come over with?
Came here with my mom and my sister.
Your mom and your sister.
Yeah,
so can I ask you, how does Ireland come up on the thought process of your mother to go? Like, why did you have to leave Nigeria? Or did you want to leave, or was it just fancied a new life? What was it?
Okay, so personally, right, when it comes to me, right, I didn't want to leave because for me, I was like, this is nice. All my friends.
But you're 7, you don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, you don't have no choice. Like, listen, we're leaving. I don't want to go. Shut up. Pack your bags. You're like, fine, okay. I guess I want to leave. So basically, it was me and my mom, and my sister, and when it comes to my dad, okay, I was going to say this right. Okay, look, so my dad was like a drug dealer.
Your dad was a drug dealer in Nigeria,
in a place called Italy, for a while.
Italy.
And yes.
Oh,
yes. So we were selling drugs back and forth, and then shit popped off, and then he got to the stage of family. We have to leave.
Did he get arrested? Was he in gangs?
He was threatened. He got, like, it was bad, very bad. So,
Mafia kind of stuff.
I was 6. All I knew was like phone call. Everyone was crying. Pack it back. Phone call. You're like, okay, where we going? Don't worry about it. On the plane.
Do Ryanair go to Lagos?
Imagine. No, it doesn't. We flew to, I think, to a place called Dubai.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was the first time. That was the first time I go on the plane. That was the first time I was on the plane, and I was shitting it.
Right. So can I just say, your dad's back and forth to Italy, Nigeria, doing drugs.
Yeah, doing work, doing business.
Doing business.
Yeah,
he's got to go see a man about a dog.
Yeah,
you know that kind of thing.
Business.
Right?
He's a businessman. Right? Yeah,
hey, he's a businessman.
Don't say drugs, man. Don't say that.
No, you said drugs, man.
Okay, just to say. Okay, sorry. He was a businessman.
Okay, so he's selling pharmaceutical products.
Yes.
And that's back and forth. And your parents are married at this stage, are they?
They are married. Yes.
Okay. Your mum gets a phone call from your dad.
Yes.
To say, I'm in trouble. Get the hell out of the house.
Pack your bag, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I was 6. I was just like, and then
how long from that phone call were you on a plane?
We were on, no. So we then, packed our bags, and then we stayed in a small hotel for like 2 weeks.
In Nigeria?
In Nigeria, yeah. And then we said we're going to go to a place called Dubai for like 6 months. And we did. We lived in a hotel. I lived in a hotel.
In Dubai?
Yeah, me and my sister was the most boring shit. Boring as a kid. You're like, this is fucking shit. You're in there for like 6 months in a hotel, and then like where to go next? Where to go next? Like the UK? No, we're not going to the UK. Why? Why? Because of me. Because back then, and I had a temper problem back then. Okay. Like I have a very bad temper. I used to go crazy. I used to go crazy. So I used to smash stuff up. I used to just go mad back then. And then she said, "Let's go to Ireland." I was like,
because smashing stuff up, you'll fit in quite well.
Because she didn't want me to join a gang.
Oh right, okay.
In the UK, and there's a lot of gangs in the UK that like to stab. And she was like, no, let's go to Ireland. And then we went to Ireland, and it was the weirdest situation of my life. I remember it. I was like, this is fucking weird.
So you arrive in Dublin Airport from Dubai?
Yes. Me, mom, and sisters with bags in African clothes, babe. You know, like African clothes. Summer African clothes.
What year is this?
Early 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, with African clothes. And guess what? Fucking freezing.
What, when did it come? June?
Fucking, like proper as in, open your bags, put all your clothes on, because it's fucking freezing.
And can I ask you, when you came over, did your mom have money? How did you get set up? Like, did you go to the council day one? Like, did you have enough money to rent an apartment? Where did this come from?
So she stayed with somebody from church, like some black church. You know, like the black churches always have like, you can stay in a place. Stay someplace in the church. And like, I was just there as a kid. I was just like, no, it was a PS2 back then. I was like, you have a PS2? Just play PS2. Just. You know what I mean? So like I didn't know like the process, and then we settled in a place called Kildare Town, and it was we're in a place called Kildare. Me and
Kildare.
Kildare. I'm saying it wrong. Kildare. I can't say it. Kildare. So it was me and mom and sister, and it was the 3 of us, and it was fun. I love school. I used to be like the popular kid. I used to so popular. Kids were like, oh my God, of course. Like I was the only black kid, so I was like proper the man in school.
People loved you, like.
Oh yeah. I was the king in school. And they were like, oh, you're black. You do running? Yes, running. I was good at running. Do you want to do basketball? Yeah, it's sports. I'll do sports.
Yeah.
Do you want to do rugby? What's that? I'll do it. Athletic? I did it. And I was like, oh, this is a different game. It's totally different. It was a different game.
You playing in Gaelic? Or hurling?
Hurling, I didn't play that till secondary school.
Okay. And what did you think about it when you started it?
I thought it was dumb.
Hurling?
No, not hurling. The other one that you bounce the ball. Yeah, I was like, why are you bouncing the ball, running, stepping? But just run. Like, what do we do? There's so much activities to go through. You run, and then you bounce, you run, and
That's called the game, man.
It's just like, there's so much activities. You're like, that's not, can we not do one movement? Kick it or pass?
I fucking love this.
So I was like, fuck that. This is terrible. So
you didn't play GA? I could see you talking out for the Kildare Miners, like.
No, they didn't play because it was just bad. But I loved rugby though. I really loved rugby.
So you just play a bit of rugby?
Yeah, I did. I used to play on the wing because just said to me, "Emman, get the ball and just run." And I used to play what's called like tag rugby because like you're young, you play tag rugby, right? And you're like, "Emman, he has the ball, stop him." And like kids was just going like chasing the guy. Right? And I just put my leg out. I was like, because man, I was like, okay, you have to stop him. So I was like, this guy's running past me. I was like, fuck it, leg out, tripped over. I was like, yeah, I stopped. Like, no, Emman, you meant to take the tag. Don't kick him with your legs. I was like, oh, sorry. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know the rules. I was just in there. I was like, so I did that.
That's amazing. And what was your first sort of like 4 or 5 years like? Did you feel welcome?
Yeah.
Did your mum like it? Did your mum and sister? Did you feel like, oh, I can settle here? Like, did you feel welcome? Obviously when you talk about being the only black child in the school, like, or in the early 90s, you may have only been the only black person, maybe like in the village.
Yeah, in the village.
Back then. You know, but did you feel like a warmth towards it?
Yes, I did. It was nice for. Okay, when I say to you, right, like kids used to like just say to me, Emman, please come over to my house or just hang out. Like, it used to be very welcoming. It was very, like, back then I was very welcoming. It was like, come over to my house, hang out with me. I used to be, when I say popular, everyone wanted to hang around with me.
I bet everybody. The girls loved you.
Of course they did. Of course they did.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
but right, okay, as when it came to my mom, she was very, like, she was, how can I say this right? She was paranoid.
Because of your situation with your dad?
No, because she was crazy. She was just paranoid of everybody.
Wow.
Like people, me, and my sister, she was just paranoid. Because of what I told you about.
You say paranoid about you. Like, what did you think you were doing?
She was thinking that I was doing drugs, that I was having sex at the age of like kid age, having puberty, doing drugs. I was a witch because I told you about. Yeah. So like she just thought about everyone was just evil. Everyone was evil. Me, I was evil. And my sister was evil. Everybody was fucking evil.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you stay in Kildare. You go to secondary school.
Yes.
Right, and then where's your dad now at this point?
I don't know.
So your dad never comes to Dublin?
No.
Gone. Disappeared. See you later.
Yeah. Oh,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Don't know. Even today, I don't know.
Even today?
I don't know, yeah.
Even today, you don't know where your dad is? Have you put his name into Facebook? Have you tried to find him, like?
Oh, yeah.
Have you actually tried to find him, though?
My dad? No.
You've no interest, no?
Yeah, because I'm just like, because...
Wow.
Because at that time, when I was 6 years, I was 6 or 7, so like now, I'm like, I don't care. Like right now, I don't care.
You built a life for yourself without him.
It's me, myself, and I, and yeah, so... Fuck it.
That's absolutely
and I'm gonna follow his footstep and do the same to my kids.
We're moving to a hotel in Dubai for 6 months while I go on a business trip to Naples in Italy. What are you doing? I've got a new drug that's going to help people be happy rather than sad during the time of 11 p.m. and 2 in the morning.
Having a rave.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you go to secondary school in Dublin.
No, yes, in Dublin.
Yeah. So you settled in Kildare, but did you move into Dublin then?
Yes, we all moved from 6th class. Yeah. So I was in 6th class. So like I'll be like 12. I was like 12.
Did you make a confirmation?
I did make a confirmation. Oh, I love the money.
Yeah.
It was a free.
How much did you make?
I made like.
You'd have loved that, man. Knocking on people's houses.
Yeah.
300-400. Yeah. I made 180 for my confirmation. And my mother charged me rent then.
No way.
She took 50 off me for rent. I was only 12.
No way.
Oh yeah, she was like, no, that'll teach us. I said, this is my money, like. She was like, to pay for the suit. She took 50 quid off me for rent.
That is mental.
12.
That is mental.
So
I used to have money for suit. Oh yeah.
So you made your confirmation. That's class.
Yeah, I was in there.
So you were then going. When you say like your mom went into a religious house, what type of religion? Are we talking Catholicism here or
Christian, Catholicism, anything to do with like God and the Bible. She was in. She was really into the Bible.
She was in a bit of a cult at all.
I think she was because she gave 30 grand to the church. But who am I to complain?
She what?
She gave 30 grand to the church.
200 grand.
No, 30.
30.
Yeah.
She gave 30 grand to the church.
Yeah. Like to some church in the States. Yeah.
When?
When I think I was like 18 or 19. Yeah.
She must have been wadded, man.
No, she was proper. Like, it was proper bad in our household. Like, for me, right, so I used to go home and just cry and be upset and be, like, sad in my house. I used to go through proper stuff in my house. But then in public, I was a fucking
performer
ball.
inside
I was
you
just
then,
a
isn't
very, everyone's be like, Emman, you're so happy. I was like, oh, yeah, you're smile. You're like,
well, you know what? A lot of comedians would have a similar kind of story. Obviously, very different stories, but the core element of it, like you go home when you're unhappy and you go outside and you're very happy. Yeah. When you say you would go home and you'd be unhappy, what were you unhappy about?
Sorry. Basically, like yesterday with my mom, and like stuff that she used to say to us. So like she used to say some horrible stuff like to me, to my sister, to like, okay, basically, right. So she used to call me like a witch, a demon, evil. She used to say that I'm trying to kill her. Right. That I'm trying to kill her. Okay. Basically, right. I tried to kill myself. Sorry if we don't do that. I tried to kill myself 4 times. Tried to kill myself 4 times. Yeah. First time I tried to do it was I was at the age, I think it was like 8 years old. I was 8 years old. I was like, I just want to die because I can't be in this house no more. I can't. Because she then accused me of having sex with my sister at the age of 8, and my sister was 10. And I was like,
wow.
Whatever. That was the first time. Second time, she said that I tried to have sex with her. I was the age of 14. And okay, so that was because and she had like a sexual dream. You get me? So a sexual dream that she has, she comes to the bedroom and beat me from my sleep. When I say to you, I used to be scared of sleeping because she used to come in there and beat me with a switch, like not a belt, a proper switch, and she used to fuck me up. Fuck me. She was like, you trying to sleep with me? Blah, blah. I was like, no. I used to cry like, no, it's not me. No, it's not me. No, it's not me. No. And then it got to a stage that I was scared of sleeping in my house. That like when it comes to like nighttime, I used to sit on my bed and try to stay awake because I just want to be like, yeah, I was on to sleep. I was like, no, look, I'm awake. So like, no, this is not me. It's not me. Like, you get me? Because you're like, yeah. So I used to get older and used to be like fucking. It used to be bad. When I say it used to be very bad, she poured hot fucking water on my sister's back because of whatever that she had, like a vision, whatever the fuck she had. And she was like, my sister, and she poured whatever. She used to do that, and like I used to just be like in the morning as well. Only in the morning, like before school. I used to be bruised because I've been beaten from like 6 in the morning to 7:30 or 8. And that's wear my school uniform. I have to go to school. And then if I get to school, I'm very like, Emman is back on, and I'm just happy with life. And everyone was like,
because you were away from it.
Away from it.
But then you have the anxiety of going back to it.
Yes, and basically, and I used to go back home and cry every time in my room, and I used to say to myself, why is my family different? I used to cry like, why is my family? I used to cry and cry because one, I used to go to my friend's house. I used to see all my friends and their family, and I was like, okay, this is normal. And that's why I go home, and so I go home and I say to myself, like, why is she saying this? Why are you saying this? Why are you doing this?
Sounds like your mom, a very troubled woman and very sick.
Yes, she was, but I did not know back then because I came from Nigeria. We don't have that shit in Nigeria. We don't have we don't have mental illness.
Yeah.
Mental illness. What do you mean you have mental illness? Like there's a roof over your head. Shut the fuck up. You don't have any of that. It's just you get me. So my
that,
head
you know,
was,
some of the stuff you just described there, man, it just makes me really angry about it. Like that people like have to go through that because when you say like, why is your family so different? I can tell you, it doesn't matter whether you come from Nigeria or not. There is a lot of people at home, probably today, and who don't want to be in their family home because of abusive parents and stuff like that. And it's very, very difficult for people, especially when you get to your own age. But the fact that she poured scalding water over your sister, and I know, like, that was the end for your sister then, wasn't it, in terms of she leaving?
Yeah. So, like, okay, because it was weird because, so this would be sometimes, this was, I saw in my life, sometimes, right, just to get, what's it called, like a small bowl and put, like a cup of water in it and put dry pepper in it. And she used to pour it on us and beat the shit out of us.
Jesus.
And like we used to, and then after sex was to go have a shower, and this be in the shower crying after she's like, "I'm so sorry. This is what you made me do. This is what you made me do," and you're like, "Okay."
Oh, the gaslighting.
You're like, "Okay."
Hell. Oh,
okay. But like, so she used to like, well, dude. I'm so sorry because like, part of me that's been going a bit off. It used to be like there's so much stuff that I can say of the stuff that she did. So much stuff. Yeah, she slammed my head into a wall because of like dream that she's having, like dreams. Like honestly, just like a bunch of nightmares that she has. And guess who she blames? Me and my sister. Because of nightmares she's having, we get the blame. We get beaten up. Me and my sister should be scared of sleeping, and there'll be then it'll be sometimes, like so. So it'll be sometimes that she will say to us, "I am gonna kill the two of you." She said that to us, "I'm gonna kill you guys. That the two of you are evil. Like you're evil. Like, you're not my child. You're a fucking demon. You're a witch. Like there's a devil in you." Blah blah. So I think I was like 16, 17, and my sister Susan came to my room and said to me, she was bored, she said to me, I can't be in this house, I can't. Yeah. And I was like, and she was questioning, like, Emman, I'm sorry, but I can't. She's like, I can't do this. And then, because like she accused us of having, oh my goodness. And then she left. Susan left, and then it was me and her. And it's now all the focus on me. All the focus on me. I used to go to school, right? I used to come back home. I used to go to my room, and all day she used to just talk. I used to close my door, and she stood outside my door and just spout evil stuff. You're like your dad. He's evil. You're evil. People are trying to kill me from Nigeria. Blah 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 blah. They don't know. Like she was paranoid. Like paranoid as fuck. Trying to kill me. I used to close my door. I used to put my hand over my ears. I used to put like earphones in, like the little earphones. Put loud, very loud music, and this used to go on all night till I leave the house for school the next day.
Jesus.
You get me?
It sounds like you'd have better time in prison.
Yeah.
It's horrific. Yeah. It's horrific.
Go on back, like, when, okay, so.
How old were you now when your sister left?
I was 16, 17.
Okay, so you're maturing a bit here now, aren't you?
I'm maturing a bit.
Yeah.
But still, when it comes to our culture, and you gotta have a bit of something called a bit of respect for your elders. So it doesn't matter like stuff they say or do. You have to just okay, ma. Yeah. It's like, doesn't matter what they do, you gotta just accept it. But then, at the age of 19, this is that I said to myself, I can't do this no more. But I came home, And like she was going crazy. I mean, she was like, she was a fight, and she was like, "You're devil, blah blah." So this is my clothes. This is my clothes. And like clothes that she bought you, but this is mine. Give this back. This is mine. I bought you this. Blah blah. Just going crazy, and then she was now fucking hitting me again, blow stuff again, and I literally go into the kitchen. I took a knife, and then I said, "I'm gonna kill you." Because I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
And I was bawling because I was like, I am going. And that day was the first day that I said, I'm going to kill this woman.
You stood up to her like?
I was like, I can't. Because you're beating me up. Like, I'm 19. You're beating me. I can't do this no more. And then I took my stuff from the house, like in the bag. And then I just started driving. Start bawling my eyes, crying, driving. I was like, I didn't have any plans. I didn't have any, like, where am I going? I don't know. And because I left college twice, like twice back then, because of the traumatic stuff. Because because then you are in college, going to college, and then coming back like to a house, and this is going on. Like there's somebody just saying evil stuff to you. And like you've tried like to leave their space, and so you go to the kitchen, and the person comes to you in the kitchen. And so then go to your bedroom, and then they come to your bedroom.
Yeah.
They go to the living room. How can you do an assignment? How can you study? How can you think about? Oh yeah, I have to do this for college. Fuck college. You just don't want to.
You're kind of living in fear all the time.
You just don't want to. You get me? So I was like just sleeping in my. Sleeping in my friends' couches, like from steps to steps. All my friends' couches.
Sofa surfing.
Yeah. I just do like, Emman, you going? I was like, no, I don't go home. And then, there's gonna be sometime my friends, and they said to me, Emman, you need to go home because my mom is like, you've been here for 2 weeks. I need to go home. Then I was like, oh yeah, sorry, because I don't want to tell nobody that because one, that I'm too prideful just for me to be like, hey, this is going on with me. You get me? So I just like, okay, cool. And then I sleep in my car. With a blanket all over me. The blanket over me. I'm like there in the fucking car. And I'm like, I was fucking
You're homeless?
Yeah, homeless. And then I became proper homeless. Then I became proper like on the streets and island homeless. Except I was homeless in the summertime for 2 months, which is better than the wintertime.
So you sleeping on the streets?
I didn't sleep on the streets, but I slept in Burger King. So technically not the streets.
So Burger King will be open till what time?
24/7.
Really?
Yeah, Burger King, in town.
Wow, that's mad.
Yeah.
You sleep in Burger King?
I said, yeah, Burger King.
So you just in there breaking up fights and stuff?
Just in there like with food, like I'll go. So like.
Would you beg?
No,
Okay.
never, because I was too prideful. I don't know.
Wow.
There's something about me. I'm very too prideful for me to beg. So I used to pay for food. I had to go upstairs. I used to sleep.
And when you left, did your mom ever come looking for you?
She did.
Did she ever get near you?
Yes, and I stayed away. And I said to her, just stay away from me. I told her, please, I don't want none from you. I don't care if I don't have any place to stay. I am not staying. I can't because you drive me insane. I can't do this with you. And still, she thinks she did nothing wrong. She still blames nothing wrong. And you're like,
the classics.
You're like, are you fucking, look, I have scars all over my fucking body. What the fuck?
Yeah. You were 19 when you left. How long ago was that?
Oh, that's long. I'm 31 now.
So you're gone 12 years?
Yeah.
And when was the last time you saw your mum? Did you ever see her in the last 12 years?
So, I think, no, because she came to my house, and I rang the bell. She rang the bell. I was like, hello? She's like, hey, it's me. I was like, who? It's me. I was like, no. I just hung up. She's like, she said, ring it, and I just left the house. I left the house because that was driving me crazy.
She knew where she knew where you lived. Yeah.
So I just left the house. I was like, nah. And then I came back 2 days later to the house, and then she moved to Manchester. Yeah. She moved to Manchester. Why? Just because my half sister was there. So literally, like, she sold the house. They gave 30 grand to the church. We don't know what she did with the rest of the money. And then like, she showed up like to Manchester, like to my sister's house. As in like, hey, I'm here. So my sister was like, oh, okay, come on in.
This is Susan.
No, not Susan, because like, we don't know what Susan is.
Oh, you still don't know where?
Yet, yeah. So this is Frankie, and she was like, okay, hey, come on in.
And is Frankie married with kids or anything?
She was with somebody, but my mom broke it up because she kept saying a lot of stuff. Because basically, right? Okay, so my mom said some crazy stuff like to Frankie, right? That I said, and then so basically that she was saying like stuff to like me, Frankie, Susan, like just to make sure that she's the middle one and like nobody has any contact with anybody. You get me?
It's toxic, isn't it?
So she spent 1 week with Frankie, and then guess what Frankie said? I'm moving, and I'm not giving you my address because I don't want you near me.
Wow. And would you have been in contact with
Frankie?
Yeah. Are you still in contact with her today?
Yes, and she, oh my God, when it comes to like, our story is worse than mine. It's worse than like mine.
Okay.
Our story is proper. She's been through. So I'm gonna.
How old is she?
So I don't know what to do. I don't want to do it.
No, it's okay, man. We'll cut it. It's okay.
No, I don't want to do it. She's been through so much. She's been through more stuff that I don't want to do this. I don't.
Yeah.
Frankie's no, but that's one thing that's one
but
thing that's gonna get me.
Frankie's away now and she's happy now. Like, you know
that's
what I mean?
one thing that gets me crying. Like because of me, for me, right? And I don't mind what happened to me. I do not care about the stuff that my mom has done that I won't off. I fucking.
Yeah.
But she's still my mom, and it kills me because I don't have. Christmas. I hate Christmas. I fucking hate my birthday. I hate Mother's Day. I hate Father's Day. I don't celebrate none. I don't celebrate none. I don't do none. I stay in. I don't celebrate none. Sorry, I do not fucking like crying. For fuck's sake.
It's okay, man. It's
sorry, it's just like the Frankie situation just gets because she's been through stuff. And like, she hasn't told me like the full story yet because they were on the phone and like she was talking for 10 minutes and I could not stand up because I was like, if I hear anymore.
Yeah.
So
you have a relationship with Frankie today?
I do, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
and she's still in England?
Yeah, she's in England. She's studying she wants to be a specialised doctor.
Yeah.
So she's
Can I ask you a question now?
Yeah.
Did you ever think about getting the police involved? Has the police ever been involved? Have you ever gone to the guards or anything like that about this?
Back then, no. So, this is what happens,
because like
right?
this shit makes me so fucking angry, man.
So
angry. Like I see you like they're talking about like Christmas and Mother's Day and birthdays and stuff like that, and it oh my God, like I don't really know. I can't really say anything to you other than like I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but it just makes me so fucking angry to hear people have to suffer that.
So like she moved to like Manchester and then she left. And Frankie left, and basically when it comes to like the neighbors. The neighbors then called like the psych ward to their house.
Yeah.
And then she was taken in like to a psych home. You get me? And then they gave her some pills and stuff, whatever, some like pills and drugs to just calm her down to whatever happens. Because for me, I don't know like stuff about that stuff going on. And then. But then she was getting good, right? She was getting decent, and then they sent her back home. And so she said to her, "Yo, would you just keep taking like these pills?" And then she stopped, and she then tried to fly. She then tried to fly from Manchester, like to Nigeria. She was stopped in the airport. Stopped in the airport. You're like, no.
On the way to.
Yeah, to Nigeria because because she was on the system. So she was on the system. They said to her no. So they took her back in to the psych ward, and then they gave her some pills and more. And they said to her, okay, then you go back home again. Please keep taking these pills. She stopped taking the pills, and then she got like the ferry and the train to Ireland, and then flew from here back to Nigeria.
Wow.
So yeah, so she's in Nigeria now.
She's in Nigeria now. Wow. And your sister Susan.
What's over there?
That's the apology. Your sister Susan. You obviously, but you are trying, are you?
I'm trying, yeah.
Trying to find her.
I'm trying to find her.
And so, does Frankie have any relationship with Susan?
No.
So your
because my mom literally like got like three of us and like just said stuff to like me, Susan, Frankie, just got everybody just to fight against each other because one thing she didn't want us to be close. She wanted us to be like the main source of everyone goes to her.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think a man like it's
so that's the light stuff. So that's what the light stuff.
I know, yeah, but like, I'm kind of rooting for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm really kind of rooting for you because like we've known each other for a good few years, and every time we've met up, sometimes you are that big, happy-go-lucky sort of character. Like, oh, a man's on. This is going to be great. And you're like, oh, look at this on my phone. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. And then, but I knew that like things were a little bit difficult for you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's kind of it's. I mean, I'm sure some of our listeners and viewers will be sitting there and shocked as I am, and it's how things started out for you. But when did comedy kind of come into? When did you find you've gone from this really horrendous upbringing, family torn apart, living in Ireland, moving to going to comedy and going to school in Dublin, leaving the leaving your mom and being kind of homeless, sleeping in Burger King. Where does comedy come? When does comedy become a thing for you? Okay,
so as a kid, I used to love stand up as a kid.
Yeah.
Like I used to binge watch. I used to binge watch stand up like on the big ass computer, the big computer you have.
See, I was thinking there. I was going to say VHS, but I'm too old. VHS was like, oh my god, that's so old. Are you talking like PC? Are you talking
ancient?
Are you talking PC with a mouse?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at PC with a mouse stage.
PC with a mouse stage, and I used to watch a stand up all the time. I used to come home from school or from basketball training or from I used to get my laptop and food, just watch like so much stand up.
Is it because it made you feel happy?
Yeah. Like from the States. I used to watch like one from the States, like the Bill Burr,
Chris Rock,
Dave Chappelle, like the old guys. This guy called like Bruce. He's like a big fat guy. Bruce. I used to watch the old fucking black American like Def Jam comedy,
Martin Thompson, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I used to just like literally. I used to have it on my laptop. I used to watch. Fall asleep. I used to wake up. We used to just playing background. I used to just love it.
Yeah. So when did you do your first gig?
My first gig was a dare. With me.
A dare?
Yeah, it was a dare. Like
I thought you were saying a dare, County Limerick.
No, like what the fuck am I doing over there?
Oh, a dare.
No,
a dare have a club.
Yeah. So basically it was me and and a bunch of my friends. And it was me and a guy called Sean.
Right.
And like Sean is the most funniest guy I know. The guy will tell you like stories and you'll be in tears laughing. Horrible stories where you'll be like, this is fucking amazing, right? Then the two of us loved and like stand up together. We used to be at home like from school together. We used to love it together, right? And then the boy was like, guys, just try it. Try stand up. And we're like, nah. It's like, no, try it. And I was like, okay, we'll try it together. So Sean was like, you try, I'll try it. You try it, okay? And everybody in the group was like, Sean is going to kill.
I know what's going to happen here. I know what's happening here.
Sean is the best storyteller ever, right? And there I am, just like, oh, fuck, this is going to be fun, because I hate public speaking. I was like, I was shitting.
I so know what's going to happen here.
This was in the Laughter Lounge, right? It was a big black gig, big black gig in Laughter Lounge, right? And it was
400 people. There's about 400 people.
Yeah, there was Sean first, right? And Sean was dressed in a big baby outfit, like diaper and a robe and a snuggie and a teddy, and like he walked from the back. Everyone was laughing already. Oh my goodness, everyone was laughing. This is gonna be fucking good. I'm in there like, oh, he's gonna kill, and I'm gonna fucking go over there and die. Sean went on stage and he took the mic and froze. Froze for 5 minutes because I counted 5 fucking minutes.
So what did he do? Like,
He just stood there and just said, and they were like, okay, give it up for Sean. And then Sean just walked back, and all the boys was like, oh, Sean, everyone was feeling cool. And I was laughing at him. I'm like, ha! You said nothing. Like, even your turn. All you have to do is just say hi, and I'm winning.
Yeah.
If I say hello, everyone, I've
done better than Sean.
Yeah, because and I went up there, and someone was saying I did some stuff about, oh my God, like you're so sweaty in here. Oh my God, I'm black and I'm sweating. You know, this is some fucking cheesy ass fucking shit. And then everyone laughed. I was like, okay, I like this, and I just started doing it. And I started doing it for a while, and then that's how I got into it.
it's amazing, isn't it? You got the bug. Like,
I was like, yeah, I can do this. So I did it, and then I was like, yeah, this is me. I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. I like telling stories.
And that was a really good outlet for you.
It was
Yeah.
because I used to go up to like comedy club, and I said to you, I used to go to every club and like just ask for stage time.
That's how you do it, man.
I used to go to bro. I used to go to pure open mics for like bands and like singers, and it's just me as a guy that wants to tell comedy for 10 minutes. I used to do that in colleges, in bars. In colleges and bars. I used to go to every place in Dublin. I used to go to Holt's. I used to go to like Dunleary from Blanche. Holt's, like Dunleary, Finglas, any colleges, a public college.
If you just see a microphone, you're doing a gig. So if you're seeing a protest on the Dublin streets, like, what do you want? Workers, right? Give me the mic. So anyway, I'm sweating. Like, do you know what I mean?
I needed this
you know the guy on the bus? Yeah. Next stop is Dunleary Pier. Give me the mic. I'll do a tight 5.
Bro, you gotta understand why? Because it's hard to get like stage time if you're new. Well, if you're new in the scene, like it's hard. Like,
even harder now.
6 months.
Even harder now.
Harder now when you're trying to break it. You get me? You're like you have to wait for like 6 months for you to get like a 5 fucking minutes. No, not me a 5, a 7 fucking minute spot. You have to wait like 6 months, every 3 months. You're like, I can't fucking try this shit.
Yeah.
It's sort of like any way I can go. Like, dude, I used to lie to colleges. Like just to get into their talent show. I used to like to get into the talent show and hope I don't win. Because if I win, they start asking questions. Yeah. And I'm fucked.
You've won 1,000 bucks. I actually would prefer the stage time.
You get me? Like, I used to do that to talent. It's like, yeah, I'm in DCU. I was in DCU. I was in there like...
You were in UCD last week.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm actually in Trinity. I'm actually in the Leash Tech.
I used to genuinely do that just to get stage time everywhere. So I used to gig.
So you're full-time now?
I am
you kind of on the cusp.
I am still on the cusp of full time because I am still trying to get into like some clubs in the UK.
So who do you want to be into? The Glees? Are you doing the Glees? You've started doing the Glees. I've seen you.
I did the Glees and I did well and I got good feedback, but I can't get back in.
Yeah, but they book in a block.
I can't get back in.
Why?
I emailed them last year. I didn't get no reply. Like, no, I did it twice and I fucking like when I said to you, like all the acts that some of the acts I won, they were like, oh my God, that was really good. Oh, you're fucking good. Can't get back in. Like the stand as well. Like I just did like the Red Raw on, and I smashed like the when it comes to like the Monday night, fucking smashed it. Like the Tuesday night, smashed it, and the Wednesday, smashed it. Hey, can I get like some feedback and process? Can you back? I've done clubs and did well, and I was like, what is something in me?
Oh, mate, it's happened to everyone.
Like it's me.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's not you. You just keep going.
Just need to. What else to do again? Like your Red Raw again?
Yeah, but do you find what does comedy give you? Like since you started doing comedy now, you're on the cups going full time. Like we've worked together loads of times. You're going over to the UK. You're all doing the festivals in Ireland. You're going around. You know, like what do you feel you get from it?
From comedy?
Yeah,
it's like a drug. It's like the best drug because one, I don't do drugs. I don't really drink. I drink like 3 ciders, and then I'm like, I'm okay. The 3 ciders, and I'm like, okay, can I get some Coke, please? Because I don't drink no more. Drink, I don't do. Like drugs, I don't do. But I will do comedy over everything. That I will do.
It is a drug.
No, I've left like girlfriend's birthday.
Welcome to the club.
I've left as
I've left girlfriends with the child. That is not true. Can I just say I don't have any kids? All right.
So go to the stage when
Mate, the amount of stuff I've missed weddings.
oh yeah,
I've missed weddings. I have missed christenings,
much
communions, confirmations. I have missed so much stuff, all because I've been offered a 20 in Oldham.
yeah. Like it's stage time. It's stage time.
No, this is the gig that's going to break me through.
Like in some small village where you're like, they don't have Wi-Fi here. They don't know me. The fuck am I doing here? Like literally, like, I've done that and I love it. I genuinely love comedy. I like it's my world. As in, it brings me joy and peace.
Good.
You get me?
Yeah.
Because of stuff I'm going through in my life, like even now. So there's some stuff I'm going through, and I'm still like, oh, maybe not. But like, if it comes to like stand up, is just a different ballgame for me. It's just something I'm like,
Feel like it's your family.
yeah,
Yeah.
family.
I feel that, man.
You know?
Yeah. And what's your relationship like? Obviously, being born in Nigeria,
Yeah,
moving to Dubai,
yeah,
coming to Dublin.
yeah.
When you were going to secondary school and learning, obviously, did you have to learn Gaelic? Were you exempt?
Because
I know- 'cause I remember when I-
my sister wasn't.
Yeah, because I remember, like, when we were in school, we had a guy from Greece in our school, and he didn't have to learn Irish.
Yeah, you have to do extra English class.
He used to do, or Latin, or whatever he was doing. But he used to do Greece for the Leaving Cert. Greece. He used to do Greek for the Leaving Cert. And he's going to get an A1.
You're like, yeah, this is easy. I don't have to study for this.
He's a guaranteed 100 points
Fucking
straight
hell.
away. But what were you taught about the North? Because you come up to Belfast a lot.
I used to come up to Belfast a lot.
Like you've opened
I used
up
to go to
in-
Thompson's. I used to go to Thompson's.
pub.
Thompson's garage. Like
Thompson's Garage. Sean,
Thompson's.
where's that? What's that?
It's a
Like
nightclub.
nightclub.
It's a black nightclub.
it's a black
no,
nightclub.
No, sorry. No, not black nightclub. Because, okay, so like when it came to on Thursdays, there was a pure, proper hip hop night. On Thursdays, back in the days. Remember back in the day? The pure hip hop night.
You will definitely see me in
You
there.
will never see, bro. You're white, bro. You're so
I was playing golf. I said to Emman today, I said,
You're
"Man, I was playing golf today," and you were like, "You are the whitest guy I know."
He is so white. He's so white.
So-
his dress is white. Look at that.
Man.
So-
Anyway, listen. So you used to come to this nightclub. So what was it? What is it? Or what
It was like a
Have
pure.
you not got the Thompsons yet? Oh,
no.
we need to get you the
Sean, I haven't gone to most places. I don't go out.
Why?
I'm just a bit of an arsehole. Like,
No,
I just
you
can't
don't.
be
Because
bothered.
you're like, oh, okay.
I've
gotta be
like, it's
bothered.
kind of a bit like I went out last Friday night, right? Me and Majula,
Who's Majula?
my girlfriend.
Oh, that's
Majula,
right, yeah.
Majula. We went out. We went to. I went to the Harp Bar
Why do you
for
have
the
to say?
first.
Why do you have to say a name?
Because
like that?
in England, there's a comedy character that does a thing where he goes, Majula. And for some reason,
Ollie G.
whenever I see her, I always go, hello, Jula. And she's like, she'll not be a gag. Right? So for some reason, I just have this little tick in my head. Anyway, I went out last week to Belfast and I went to the Harp Bar. But for the first time, I went into the Harp Bar and I turned left. And there was a band on. I was expecting to see Sean. Sean's a musician.
Oh, you're a band? Okay.
Yeah.
Sean's a musician. And it was bouncing. It was brilliant, and I loved the Harp Bar. Then I went over to the Spaniard just to go in and chill out for a bit. Then I went to Muriel's. Then I went to... Where did I go then?
This all sound like fucking.
Where did I go then?
pubs
I went to a
and
couple of pubs. Then I got into a taxi and went down to the Empire to watch a band. And I was in bed for 11:30. And we went out at 6:30. And I had 5 pints, and I had a great time. But
Look
can
at
I-
his granddad over here.
yeah,
Huh?
and if you were in Belfast last week and you
Yeah.
said to me, Andrew, I'm here, I'm going Thompson's R&B club, I wouldn't have replied. I'm like, I'm going better, man.
See?
Me back, me back.
Why are you like this?
No, I just never I've never in my entire life ever been into nightclubs. I went to a couple of nights. When I was
Really?
22, 23, I went to nightclubs and I went, I don't like this.
Oh, really?
I just
Why?
like sitting in pubs till 1 o'clock.
To be fair, if you went to Thompson's and you were 22, you'd probably think I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah.
All right, so
yeah.
For the
you
kids,
used to go to this R&B kind of
I
night.
used to, no,
So you used to come up from Dublin just for it.
At the age of, I used to go, at the age of like 18, 19. I used to go with all my friends.
And where would you sleep?
Huh?
Where would you sleep when you come up here? Would you finish at 2 o'clock? Would you sleep in a hotel?
We go to after party or just drive back to Dublin. Or drive back to Dublin. Go to
Oh,
after
wow.
party or drive back to Dublin.
That is, and all right. So I bet you when you come up here, I bet the women loved you, man.
They did. No, not me, but so no, it's not just me. When it comes to the rest of the boys, we're like proper because we're from Dublin. Because okay. So the difference is,
I love this.
The difference is right. So there is, so there's a type of like black people from Dublin and Belfast.
So say it again. There's black people from Dublin and Belfast.
Yeah, they are the two types.
Right.
And when it comes to,
is there
back
gangs
then,
now? Is there
no, it's not a
paramilitary
gang.
gangs
no, it's
now?
not a gang. No. Back then, right? We used to come up here with like skinny jeans and like all that stuff, right? And then the black people that was here back then, they used to wear like old fucking 50 cents triple XL clothes in the club. You know them. It's just. No.
Sean's just nodding his head like he's a
Sean,
gangster.
Sean,
I'm just going along with the
Sean,
story.
come on. You're sitting there with that like extra large
Gold chains.
fake gold chains,
Rings.
and rings, yeah, and my head, right?
A souped up Fiat Punto.
So literally, right? A bunch of my mates, right? Is we used to come here with like 4 cars just filled with people, right? I used to be like, what the fuck are these guys wearing? Like this, like. No, like that is so old. Like that's the 90s outfit you have on.
So the women used to like you guys.
Used to like us
you
because
were
we're
on
like,
trend.
well, yeah, you go see it. Yeah,
Right, yeah, we're on. I know that word. On trend.
This guy's a villager, man.
Oh, this is great, man. So, when did you start gigging here?
I started gigging here
At the Empire.
at the Empire, which I fucking died. Like the first time I did, I died. Oh my, it was a bad death.
Bad. Like.
Yeah, you know why? Because of Jackie. I blame Jackie for it. Jackie gets the
Jackie's
blame.
one of the nicest men in comedy, by the way.
Jackie texts me, right, saying to me, Emman, you're doing the open spot. And I was like, yeah, okay.
The open spot for
It's
our
a 7
listeners.
minute, yes. It's
7 minutes unpaid. So
Yeah.
you have to come up from Dublin for no money to do 7 minutes.
So like back then, I said to myself, Emman, if you got like a good 5 minutes, and then the last you just wing it, get 7, right? So there I am on the bus up here, and I'm like, this is grand. I get here. Guess what happened? That person that was meant to be the opening act did not show up. Jackie says to me, Emman, do you want to do the open spot? No, you want to do like the opening. So I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking do it. Turns out to be a 15, 20 minutes. And I'm there doing 20, 15 minutes when I have 5 minutes of okay material, right? Okay?
Was this like really at the start?
At the start, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I'm the one opening the
Oh,
show.
I want to see it.
I go up, right? And literally, Fred Cook was on the side looking at me, watching me. And I was doing my 5. And it was going well. The 4 minutes 20, shit went left. And I take a look at Fred Cook, right? Fred Cook does this.
Oh. And Fred doesn't even have hair.
Yeah. Fred Cook goes back into the green room, and I am sweating. And they didn't like me. I finished the gig. I got paid. Thank you, Jackie, for paying me. I got paid, and I was on the bus back, and I was like, this is the worst gig I've ever done in my life. And I did not come back to the Empire for 4 more years. I was like, I'm not mailing them for a gig. Fuck that. I want to play that gig. And then, guess what happens? They then got me to open for Eric Cantona, right? In the fucking in the
Bridgewater.
No. The
Ulster
other one.
Hall.
No, the waterfront.
Waterfront, yeah.
Yeah. Eric
Bridgewater's
Cantona. Yeah.
the visit
that was
Manchester,
called-
yeah.
yeah. They got me to open for him.
Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
Did he just go, can you just do that 5 again?
They got me to do 20 for Eric. Listen, right? Everybody there, sold out gig. Everybody there was there to see Eric. They didn't want to see me.
He died twice.
I died again. Now, on this death, the people of Belfast went on Twitter. This is what I told you. And they let me know. They didn't like me. They didn't like my jokes. They didn't like my clothes. They didn't understand me. Like, who the fuck booked him? They literally, and I was reading this on Twitter like,
Oh, wow.
oh, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, they definitely didn't like me. They did not like me. I was like, yeah, great. But he paid well. He paid fucking well. I was like, I'll do that shit again. No problem for the money.
Yeah.
It paid really well. But yeah, twice. And then now I'm okay at like Belfast gig.
Oh,
which
the
I'm
last
happy.
time you were up, I was gigging with you, weren't I?
Yes, so that was a TV show,
Great,
wasn't
mate.
it?
Yeah, you were great. You've done so. So not only did you start in Belfast here, dying,
Died.
then you were put into an unfair position because you were in
Yeah.
an open spot. And you were put into to go from 5 minutes to go from 7 minutes to 20.
To 20.
You died in front of Eric Cantona's crowd. You came back. You did well. You did well again. Then they booked you for the TV show,
Yeah.
which you did,
Yeah.
and now you're back again.
I'm back again.
What does that tell you, Emman?
I'm doing something right.
Hey, doing something right, and
Yes.
you just keep progressing.
Yeah. I understand that. But sometimes, I feel like okay. When it comes to the Dublin gigs, like Dublin gigs, okay, yeah. I want us to start playing the diversity card in Dublin gigs.
What do you mean? So what's happening?
What you mean?
What's
What I
happening
mean?
with the
What you mean?
diversity card? What does that mean?
I need that to get played some more.
Oh,
To
right.
get me gigs.
Oh, right.
And get me into every festivals that I'm in.
So you need more diversity.
Listen, I think you should diversity.
You want to
comedy
be the
scene.
box ticker.
I want to be, right now, I don't give a fuck. I want to be okay. I want to be, and I'm not ashamed to say it, because I know I'm good enough, so just get me into the fucking spots.
Wow.
Okay, so I want every club in Dublin,
Yeah, every club in Dublin.
Put at least-
fucking twice in one
put
night.
at
Double
least
your.
2 black people on a bill once a week. That's going to be us for the rest of the year. Just kicking every night.
Opening is a man and closing is Emman.
Sorry.
It's Emman or Emman.
Emman, everyone, it don't matter.
Yeah, because sometimes
It's Emmanuel. That's my real name. Emmanuel. God is with us, because my mom religious.
Oh Jesus.
Yes.
We won't go there again. We will not be going there again.
I'll start crying like a fucking.
No, listen.
No.
I actually think because I appreciate you saying that you wanted to talk about it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't mind talking about
I do
it.
appreciate it. I actually think you should speak to somebody regarding a book, a documentary, something about your experience.
And you
growing
know,
up, you know
honestly,
what I mean?
like, you are the
because-
third person that said that to me, and I'm like, a book. I can't. I'm dyslexic. I'm proper.
Yeah, but someone
I'm
else can write it
severely.
for you. They can help you. There's people
do
out
you
there
mean?
that do that.
Really?
Yeah, they ghostwrite it for you. You just sit and talk, and they put it into shape for you.
People, fuck
Yeah,
off.
so you could just sit and meet them for coffee, and they'll say, right, tell me about it. They'll record it on a voice phone, and they will go away and write it, and then you check. They'll read it back to you, and you check over it.
No way.
Yeah, that's what Roy Keane's had his 2 books written by 2 people, Roddy Doyle and Eamon Dunphy, and then he's just sitting. You don't physically write. You talk, and they shape it for you.
Ah, you're right, Keane. Can't fucking write.
Yeah.
Is he? He's dyslexic as well.
No. We're not saying that. Okay. So, but I actually think that first of all, you're a great comic, and you're getting there, and you're doing brilliant, and you're doing really well for yourself, coming from a difficult background. And I think when you speak to a lot of comedians as well as, there was some things you were talking about there, and I was just kind of nodding along, going, I kind of know the feeling about some things, not to the extent that you have suffered in the past. But I actually believe that your story should be out there more, if you're comfortable talking about it, because I think you're very unique, very different, and also very strong. You know what I mean? You should be very proud of yourself. But you should be very, very, very proud of yourself.
No, really though. Okay,
No, but you should.
No,
though.
okay, yeah.
That's the Irish in you there now.
No.
Not taking a compliment, you fucker.
No, you know why? Because one thing about me, right? I failed, right? When it comes to life, so many times with college. I dropped out of college so many times, and I failed so much opportunities. Why? Because of the dyslexia. As in, man, there's a film role. We're good at this because of stand-up. Now read this now. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, but man, you got to understand is that you may say, oh, I failed at this, but you haven't though. You what's happened is just certain parts of life that maybe don't suit you.
Yeah.
I never went to 3rd level.
Did you know?
No, I failed my leaving. I got 180 in the leaving cert.
But you used to work in a bank, didn't you?
Yeah, but as
a stand-up.
I went in the entry-level clerical job, and I worked my way up in there. When I was 16, I was told I had a reading age of a 12-year-old.
Really?
Yeah, I never went to 3rd level.
Now I see why 2 of us are friends. 2 of us are fuck-ups. Natural fuck-ups.
Yeah.
It makes sense why it's like, oh yeah, I like you. You're like, yeah. Oh.
So I'm not an academic person, and I know I have many flaws. I have many flaws. I'm very impatient, and I am very impulsive, and I sometimes don't think through things, and I can be very reactionary. But what I do is I have found comedy as my family and my community. Now I have my brothers and sisters and stuff like that, but comedy is very personal to me, and I do it. I get a lot out of it. It's a drug. It's a buzz. It's a vibe.
Yeah.
You know, when you talk there about you hating Christmas and Mother's Day, I hate Christmas as well. My mum died, 4 years ago this year. I only have my 2 brothers and my sister and my nieces and nephews, and I don't get to see them that often. I'm very lucky to have that. But also, I hate Mother's Day. Like, Mother's Day was a couple of weeks ago. I hate it. Yeah. Like, and I understand it for very different reasons that I hate it, okay? And for very different backgrounds and experiences that we both have. But I do believe you have a great story to tell, and I think a lot of people will take a lot from this podcast. And also, as well as, you should be very proud of yourself, man.
Oh, thanks.
You've come to a country from the age of 7, completely different background, away, your father's gone, obviously everything that happened with your mother, to leave home at 19 and to build something from nothing, to go from sleeping in Burger King to now, being on the cusp of being a professional comedian, about finding something that you love, and to be able to travel the world and get into clubs. Now, comedy is a slog, mate, and comedy is all about rejection. I have been rejected for more things than I've ever got in my life. I got rejected 2 days ago for a job in TV. I got rejected, right? So and there's certain clubs in England, that just will not book me. So when you sit there and you're saying like, oh, they never came back to me, I'm doing the Newcastle stand this weekend for the first time in 7 years. In 7 years was the last time I did that club. So when they didn't reply to me for 7 years. But now I'm back in, so when I'm over, I'll be like, "Hey, man, in! He's got a great story. He'd probably cry on stage, but it's a great story." Do you know what I mean?
You're a dick.
Cut that out, Sean.
No, don't cut that out. He doesn't have a computer with him. Cut that out, Sean.
It's not live, by the way.
I know.
I know
a podcast work, you fucking weirdo. Fucking. It's not like Jesus Christ.
Well, I think you should be very proud of yourself. And I want to say thanks very much for coming up.
Thank you for having me. Sorry for crying on the podcast.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I didn't mean to.
It's not. I'm
triggered by this podcast.
Cork of the North has been cancelled due to triggering. Listen, Emman, give me your socials.
Social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the fucking socials. It's Black Irish Comic. Also, I have a podcast coming up with a guy named Shannon Basago. SBG Comedy. We have the first episode dropping next week, and we're gonna drop out 2 episodes next week. The first and the second episode are coming out next week. So go on my social media, Black Irish Comic, and yeah.
Great. We'll put links up to all that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
Hey, man, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.
Oh, thank you.